I spoke in debates and statements this week trying to persuade the government that the financial package that they've put together for the Merseyside City region, which includes Wallasey, isn't nearly good enough to compensate those people whose businesses are going to have to close. Part of the trouble is that it only compensates those businesses that are closed by law. What it doesn't do is compensate those businesses that can stay open but are going to see their throughput and their profitability just sink through the floor. They don't get anything at the moment. And what I've been arguing with the government is that they must be properly compensated. Otherwise they're just going to go out of business and jobs are going to be lost, and we're going to have high levels of unemployment in our areas and a lot of failed businesses. The government has already conceded that fighting the spread of this dangerous COVID-SARS virus in our country requires extraordinary levels of state action and support. But now, just as the fight is intensifying, it's clear that they've lost their nerve. We're not only battling this deadly virus, the Prime Minister is fighting his own libertarian instincts and the right-wing ideologues in his own party. They're opposed to the collective state action which is necessary to save lives and mitigate the damage from the pandemic. As he courts his mutinous backbenchers and abandons the science to keep them sweet, all the warning signs are flashing red again. He's behind the curve and he knows it. And since the Sage Minutes were published on Monday night, we all know it too. For my constituents in Wallasey, who are now in Tier 3 and facing a local lockdown, vital support disappears at the end of the month. In Wirral, 31,000 people are still on furlough, and it will disappear at the end of the month just as the virus comes roaring back. We need wider eligibility. It's got to go to businesses who are affected, not only those who close. We need to include the excluded, which means freelancers and the self-employed. And we need to pay adequate sick pay for those forced to isolate. If we don't do this, Madam Deputy Speaker, the virus will roar back and the economic cost will, in the end, be far greater, and the cost in lives will be unbearable. I hope as we come to the end of the week that the government will listen to the representations we've made, but I have to say, I'm not holding my breath.